I always pray that you're in good health. My question is, what is one piece of advice you have for the younger Kudam here in Singapore in terms of faith and spirituality?
Once somebody asked Hazrat Masih Maud Islam that give me an advice in one sentence. He said that fear Allah and do everything. If you have a fear of Allah, then you will not go astray. You cannot do bad things. You will always obey His commandments. You will always discharge your rights towards Allah Ta'ala and the rights you owe to your fellow beings. So, if you have a fear of Allah, then you can do all the good deeds. And always remember that Allah is watching over us wherever we are.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya Amirul Mukminin. I hope you are well and happy. And I hope you remember me as well.
I'm happy.
Okay. It's very important. Huzur happy. My question is, Huzur, with regards to Huzur answer given during a Mulakat session with Canadian Kudam, where Huzur referred to those who did not take up vaccine as totally ignorant and they shouldn't be in the office holder. So I was one of those who actually did not want to take up the vaccine initially. However, as soon as I heard this particular message from Huzur, I immediately went to take the vaccine. So my question is, Huzur, why did Huzur say that we are totally ignorant? What is it that we are unaware of? Can Huzur please elaborate? Jazakallah.
The thing is that there is a hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ that whatever you like for yourself, you like for others. Right? So, because I did it, I asked the other people that it is more beneficial for you to have vaccine than not to have. Right? This is why I asked. In my view, if you don't take vaccine, you are not only exposing yourself to this disease, but also the source of spreading the disease to the others. So this is why, for the sake of others, we should get ourselves vaccinated with this COVID vaccine. And as far as my knowledge is concerned, I discussed it with so many scientists and doctors. Most of them, they say, and they prove it, that the results are quite promising. We cannot say that 100% of the people will be cured and will be saved from the disease. No. But quite a good percentage of them has better results even if they had this disease. It was not fatal. So this is why, in my view, it is better that Ahmadis should take this vaccine. But even I cannot force you. I did not say that all office bearers who have not taken a vaccine should be removed from their offices. It was my passing remark that they should not remain in the office. So that means they themselves should be careful that how important I consider this vaccine, right? Otherwise, I do not say you don't have the wisdom. You might be quite wise person. You are a religious person. You know about religion. In that regard, you are not ignorant. But with regards to this vaccine or the remedy of this disease, you are ignorant. I do not say you are ignorant in every respect. No, I did not mean that. Okay? Okay. Right.
Dear Huzur, I have a short question. How can a Muslim free their heart from hate? Jazakumullah.
You see, we are the followers of the Prophet, who is the last of the prophets, and whose heart was free of all such type of evils and bad things and hatred. Even Hazrat Masih Maud Islam has come in this age as a subordinate prophet of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And he said, I have come in this age to bring mankind closer to their Creator, and secondly, to make them realize their duties towards their fellow beings. So he says that we cannot discharge these duties until and unless our hearts are pure. And there should not be any enmity, animosity, jealousy in our hearts. And if that be the case, then we can discharge our duties towards each other. Right? For that even, yes, you are right, this target we cannot achieve on our own. We have to seek Allah's help, right, for this. And for that you pray to Allah Ta'ala in your 5-time daily prayers. Allah Ta'ala purifies your heart and remove all the hatred from your heart for any person, right? And then this is why Hazrat Masih Maud Islam says that try to achieve this habit of forgiveness, right? And there should not be any hatred in your heart for any person. We say istighfar for it. Always say istighfar, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, and then pray in your 5 daily prayers that Allah Ta'ala remove all type of evil things and hatred from your heart for any other person. Okay?
Jazakallah Huzur.
Jazakallah.
My question is, the fatwa against Ahmadiyya is still present online on the Muslim Authority of Singapore's website. What do you think should be the best course of action?
You see, they say you are not Muslims. But if you are a true Muslim, you can tell your fellow friends that we are true Muslims because we believe in the one and omnipotent God. We believe in the finality of the prophethood of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Right? He is the final of the prophets. He is the last of the prophets. We believe in Khatm Nubuwwat. Right? But our definition is different. That according to the prophecy of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, a person was to come in the latter days. And we believe that that person has come in the person of Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian, who is the Masih Maud and Mahdi Maud. He is a subordinate prophet of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and subordinate or Ummati prophet from among the followers of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. A prophet can come, and it was foretold and prophesied by the Holy Prophet ﷺ that he will come. Even in the Holy Quran it is said that in the latter days a prophet will come. So we believe that that person has come, and his status is of Masih Maud and Imam Mahdi, and he has been named prophet by the Holy Prophet ﷺ in one of his traditions, one of his hadiths 4 times. So it does not break the seal of the Prophet, because he is the true follower of the Holy Prophet of Islam ﷺ. So those who are your close friends, you can tell them that this fatwa is totally wrong, and they do not understand our belief. They even do not argue with us, and they are misconstruing our interpretation, or even they are misconstruing the hadiths of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. If you believe that the Messiah is yet to come, then when he will come, you will believe his status will be of the Prophet, because if they believe that Jesus will come again, then Jesus has already been given the status of prophethood. Right? Once he is a prophet, Allah Ta'ala will not remove that title from him. He will remain the prophet. And when he is the prophet and comes, even he himself comes, then it will break the seal of the prophet, But here what we interpret is the right, because we say the person who was to come, it was a metaphor. It was not that Jesus himself will come, but a person will come on the footsteps of Jesus, who will be the follower of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and will be given the status of prophethood as a subordinate prophet of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. So, in this way, in your discussions with your friends, you can remove this doubt from the minds of the people. So, this is the tabligh. As much as you can do tabligh, you will spread this message and remove the doubts from the minds of the people. So, it all depends on the level of your tabligh and how efficient you are in tabligh, how daring you are in expressing your view. Right? As far as fatwas are concerned, they are always there. Non-Ahmadis are always speaking against us, and everywhere they are doing it. So we cannot fight with them. The only thing is that we behave like Muslim, we show our examples. Each and every of our action should be according to the teaching of Islam. And then when the people will see that we are behaving like a Muslim, they themselves will know that these fatwas are all wrong fatwas. Right? Allah Hafiz wa Nasir. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Huzur.